All right, folks, I've had a bit of a busy day, so I'm finally getting to the live stream today. I want to move this microphone arm. I think I'm gonna do that because like the way that I have it set up right now just like makes it slowly creep up and it's kind of in the way and I can't like angle it the way I want to. I'm gonna move that. Anyway, yeah, so I need to evaluate where things stand with some stuff and then do whatever is next. So I do have a list of things to do, but I'm not sure that that list is like the priorities are in the right spot. So I need to do that. I'm going to add something to my centered thing and start it, and then I can share my screen here. Okay, so I'm also going to see if I can get this QR code thing to work. What is going on? I'm sitting there, the QR code is in my face. I don't know. Maybe it's too small or something. Here, let me do this. Zoom in. Ooh. So now it's enormous. There. Yeah, it is too small. That was the problem. Okay. Yoink. There we go. So now it will tell me if I am distracted on my phone, which is good. Okay, so web app fundamentals. We got data loading and mutations. And I think I decided that would be the, here, let's grab this thing here. And we can kind of look at the UI that will cover that learning outcome. See, this is where people are like, but you couldn't build Figma with Remix. Yeah, you totally could. All this stuff on the left, that's all just like regular JavaScript stuff, like regular divs and stuff. All this stuff on the right, yep, all that could have been server rendered, and this could have been loaded on the client. Just saying. Okay, so yeah, mutations, that is the log. Oh wow, we've got a bunch of mobile stuff. Oh my word. Sick. Mobile is actually going to be really important because the way that the people go through the workshops, they're looking at an iframe. So they've got their instructions on this side and the iframe on this side. And so most of the time they're actually going to be looking at the mobile view. So the mobile view is very important. At least we'll see. But I'm expecting most of the time people are going to be looking at the mobile view. So anyway, we've got mobile stuff. That's exciting. Yeah, good stuff. Okay, so I think for our data loading and mutations, we can get data loading from the user, mutations from login and onboarding, or login or onboarding. Yeah, kind of thinking actually might be better to do data loading. Data loading would be like the ship page. Yeah. Yeah, that would probably be the better place because we're going to do the ship page anyway. Just trying to think of, so there are a couple of things to think of. First of all, I have a limited time to get this ready for the workshop. So just pragmatically speaking, it would be better to have fewer things to do. But second of all, and maybe I'm just justifying this to myself, but I'm pretty sure that this is legit. The fewer areas of the app that we work in a single workshop, the better, because there's just like less code to learn and to distract from the learning experience. So I'm thinking that it would be good if we can do learn as many of these concepts in a single place, as many of these concepts as possible. So I think actually we could probably do most, if not all of these things on the user profile page. So we can get nested routing with the host renter stuff, because if you go to renter, then some of this stuff changes. We can do data loading by loading the user data on this page. And we can do mutations by allowing, where's the edit profile? So a user profile edit page will give us mutations. I'm not sure what this breadcrumb is for, because I don't think that breadcrumb shows up anywhere else. Man, this app looks so freaking awesome. There's so much stuff. Oh my gosh, there's so much to do. Ah! This is an enormous app. You have one developer working on this app. Yeah, I could probably use some help. Oh well. Yeah, so we got our nested routing there. I think that's good. We've got empty states. That was nice of them. I think I actually asked for that, but yeah. Yeah, so I'm thinking, we could get data loading and mutations just with the user stuff, nested routing and user stuff. Styling, of course, can be anywhere. Error handling, for sure we can do that on just the user page. Optimistic UI, that can also be done. Let's see. So with Optimistic UI, that applies to mutations. And I think originally I was thinking the ship page has this bookmark thing. So we don't support that feature yet, but we could easily. And so you just click in that and you get your Optimistic UI. But I wonder if there's a way that we could bookmark a host. And then we have a favorite hosts page. Here's my favorites. And so maybe my favorites just includes both the ships as well as the hosts. That probably, we could do that. Currently, we don't even have that feature at all. So it seems sensible to be able to favorite a host or bookmark a host. I don't know. I don't want to be reaching, but we don't have this feature at all anyway. So it's possible also that Optimistic UI is just a little bit too much for this workshop. And in fact, let's see, Remix Workshop. So my existing Remix Workshop, yeah, I don't think we even have Optimistic UI in here. Let's see. Yeah, there's nothing in here for that. We do, however, have the advanced Remix Workshop. Don't know where that went. Advanced Remix, there we go. Yeah, and we have Optimistic UI in there. So I'm thinking, originally I thought, okay, yeah, we can talk about Optimistic UI, but we're not, I think that might be too much, and that would be better in a more advanced setting. Maybe web forms, possibly. So we're going to get rid of Optimistic UI from here. This is why the workshop page says in the fine print, depending on questions or necessary changes in the material, actual content could differ from the above stuff. So we might be able to talk about it, but I don't think we have time for an exercise for it. Yeah, we'll talk about accessibility with the forms for sure. We'll have the autofocus on invalid stuff and all that. Error handling for sure. Yep, we're going to do validation. And so we don't want to get too far into the forms because we have an entire workshop on forms. So yeah, I think we'll have that in place. Yeah, we'll have some stuff in place. What the mutations will be is where we're gonna here's how you render a form and stuff, and how you write your action, and that's as far as we'll get. We won't talk about validation probably. Yeah, we would just, yep, that's probably what we'll do. I mean, we could talk about it, but we'll probably not have an exercise on it. So then accessibility, yeah, we're just labels and stuff properly. And then SEO optimization, we'll talk about the meta export, and we can do all that. So I'm pretty sure that we can do all of this with just the user profile page being designed. I don't know where okay, yeah, so this is where we get to my own profile. When I'm looking at my own profile, I get this little edit host profile. Yeah. I think we're going to get rid of that my chat button, because we get the chat link in here. Click on that, you get this. Yeah, we'll see. We'll kind of explore this, I think. Kind of want to just tell them, well, okay, no, we've got the message here on every profile, but when you're looking at your own, you've got that, and then you also have this. Yeah, that's consistent. That makes sense. Okay, 1 second. Okay, I'm going to sit down. Okay, cool. So what that means then is what I should be working on right now is the user design page. That is the most important thing, the profile page. And holy smokes, don't have to do the report stuff. That can come later. Man, this app is so cool, though. It really is amazing. I do look at these designs sometimes and be like, oh my gosh, I have so much work to do. Because it's, yeah, oh man. I've got to implement all of this, at least just the dark mode, all of this, and probably mobile by Monday at the latest. I'm going to be working late. Gee. Not just this, also this. Yeah, tons of stuff. Okay, well, let's get to it then. So the user design, I'm going to say this is going to take 10 hours to do all of this. Probably will take more. Let's do more like 14 hours. We'll see. So, and somehow I broke this test. It somehow cannot find the text box with the name. That should be this one. I don't know why. So I need to figure that out at some point, but we gotta keep moving. So oops. Here we go. This is what we got so far. So yeah, so let's get started. users a username. Yeah, this is gonna be great. Okay, so first of all, we got there, we can put the image up here in the corner when you're logged in. Okay, so we'll ignore that for now. Okay, let's start out with host and renter. So this is a toggle. These could just be a switch, but right now, I think I've actually got reach tabs. We're going to get rid of those tabs in favor of radix. And I'm also wondering if they should be tabs at all. Yeah, so I've got host and renter. So, yeah, tricky thing is, I think, okay, so a user could be neither a host nor a renter. They may not have that those in their profile yet, or they just may not be a host or a renter yet. If that's the case, do we render that at all? Or do we just say, if they're not a host, we default to the renter page. So right now, you can go to users Cody, and then it just doesn't show anything under the host information. There's not a whole lot that it will show. So all that we could show is this stuff right here, and I think that's it. Actually, the about information is attached to their host and renter profile. Yeah, so it wouldn't even show the rating either. So it's not really useful. So I think we redirect user/username to user/username/host if they're a host, or renter if they're not. Or we could let's see, they did kind of design the empty state. Do you all hear my kids? You sort of can, maybe. Yeah, this is annoying because I want to be able to show an index. That's important for the teaching aspect of it. As far as the usability aspect of this, I don't think an index even makes sense. You're going to want to look at one or the other. Maybe this is not a good... I mean, another thing we could do is just not have this attached to the URL. And then it's not nested routing, it's React state. Don't want to do that for two reasons. That's stupid. Yeah. You definitely want this attached to the URL. I just am not sure what to do about the index. I think what we could do, we still learn about index, because we are going to have, we will have an index. We can even do that right now. Username.index.tsx. And here we do, first we got to find out the user. Okay, and we select host. And nope, renter, close. And then we say if not user, then yep, throw 404. We're gonna have a remix catch boundary here that handles that. No user found. Okay. Oh my goodness. There we go. And then if the user dot host, this can be undefined, right? Or null? Yeah. Okay. So if the user is a host, then return a redirect. Yes, that's exactly right. If the user is a renter, then we send them to the renter page. Otherwise, what do we do? What do we do if they're not a host or a renter? We could just render something this like something that's not been designed. Let's do that. Let's do it that way. So return JSON here, and we'll throw these. That will make the types nicer, and it doesn't make any difference as far as remix is concerned. User, and we probably want do we want all that user stuff, I wonder? Just trying to remind myself, if you can chat if you're not a renter. Yeah, you have a sender and it's a user, so you can chat. So, okay, wait a second. So this parent route should render, hold on. So if we're a renter, we're gonna have different information here. Yeah, because these reviews will be reviews of the host. These trips will be trips that people have taken with the host rockets. Yeah, so that's all going to be different. Same stuff will be right here. Cannot reasonably have an outlet that renders this information. The outlet will have to be all the stuff below here. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. I think the only part this might not be a good example of nested routing. because there's just not a lot shared between these two. Like it seems like there is, but yeah, there's plenty that's kind of different. Yeah, without having an index design, it's kind of hard to think about this. So if we're on neither the host nor the renter page. Well, okay, so I've established that we'll only be on the non-host or renter page if this user is not See, like one thing that I could do is I could say, okay, this part is the parent, and then here's my outlet down here. Let me double check something, but I'm pretty sure renter has a bio, yeah. And so does host. They both have bios, so this bio is going to be specific to that. This stuff, I mean, approved to drive, that'll be approved to fly, but that we don't have any actual data for that. So I kind of think we'll just not have that. We'll just their email address and phone number are confirmed. We don't even have data for that. Their email address is confirmed. That's all we really have data for, because the only way they could sign up for an account is if they verified their email address. Like, you have to go to your email to sign up. So we don't have any way to verify a phone number. Yeah, I remember seeing this and it was like, I'm not sure. Like they actually had more stuff in here in the design originally that I was like, I'm not doing like verifying their, doing a background check. I think they had on there. I was like, I'm not going to figure out how to implement something like that. Now we don't necessarily have to, but I would prefer to not have a bunch of stuff in there that I can't do. So if we put this in the parent, then we need to have this data. And in our loader, we'll have to look at the params and say, are we on the host route? If we are, then here's the content for that. If we're on the renter route, we do the other data, which, like that's probably fine. It's not really typical though. If we switch this up and say, no, never mind, we're going to do the ship page, we do get nested routing right here. It is a little different, but it totally works. This gets a little bit advanced though. These are full stack components and stuff. At least I think they are. Yeah, the check availability thing, I'm pretty sure. Do we have an edit ship page yet? I don't think we've got an edit ship page. Yeah, I'm gonna need to comment on that. Okay. Yeah, so this isn't a great example of nested routing either. We could do our chat. You got master detail. That's definitely, that is quintessential nested routing example. And that could use a bunch of like pre-built stuff. We've got this use event source thing. They can, you know, they don't need to worry about that. That's fine. I need to switch this to Zod. Zod is so great. I should just embrace Zod everywhere. We've got a fetcher. They've got typing. Yeah, we don't have presence or anything like that yet. We also don't have read and unread notification in our database yet either. That'll have to come later. I would rather not do something that takes a fetcher in our fundamentals workshop. That just seems wrong. So fundamentals, maybe the login screen is best. And then maybe we do just have the chat all pre-built and they just do the nested routing here. See, the thing is, this is the cool thing about doing a full app as the source material for all the workshops, is that like we have all the things. Like you can learn about everything from some feature of the app. The drawback is there's so much stuff in here, and so finding out like, you know, how do I make sure that you can see the forest through the trees or whatever that phrase is, and you don't get lost in the implementation of everything, that's tricky. But I'm super, like, this is an enormous investment of my time, but it is going to pay off big time. I'm confident people are really gonna, like, this is, even as a reference implementation, is gonna be so valuable. Okay, so anyway, do we go with this just for the nested routing stuff? So let's look at, we've got our chats. Here's our layout component. We render our outlet. Yeah, here's the list of chats, so that's that. And we've got our outlet. That's this thing. Chat ID. We've got this info thing. I think that's fine to just be client side. Yeah, like we could put that in the query string or something. I don't think that's necessary, so that'll just be client side switch. Or maybe even a cookie that defaults whether or not you show the info. That would be cool. Anyway, so you render your outlet, and then you create the chat ID thing here. Where are these messages? Oh, right. Just doing a chat, a type assertion type thing here. It's kind of funny. The trick here is that we don't have any siblings to this. It would be cool to have siblings. And that's where username, host, renter, and index is awesome. So back to the user page. Let's see what we can do about this. The thing is that from the way that this seems to work, you actually don't need a username. You just need username.host and username.renter. The problem is that we don't know what to render if it's just username. That is the problem. Yeah, and this is the hard part about using a full app, is because I'm thinking, oh, well, I mean, we could even just render this switch thing. But then I realized, oh yeah, to like highlight the right thing in the parent, you have to use matches. Well, no, you don't have to use matches necessarily. You could use params. That's fine. But that, like, it just feels like, oh, now we're getting into stuff that's more than just the fundamentals. And then again, like, this is supposed to be the fundamentals of web, not the fundamentals of Remix. Is nested routing a web fundamental? I seem to remember talking about this. What's the first thing you want to be introduced to? Data loading. That's probably the first thing. And maybe for that, we have the profile page. Cool thing about the profile page is you don't have to log in, so we can skip all the auth stuff, like leave that to the side. We just land on the profile page, and we say, okay, we're going to load some data. We'll have a Remix loader. We're going to, here's the snippet of code you need to get a user from the database. That's kind of tricky though. Well, no. The first exercise could just hard code the username. That would be fine. So, yeah, so we land on the page, the user page, and here we've loaded data. And then, hold on a second, what's the edit? Maybe the edit, where does that route go? Do I even have a, I think I do. I think I've got a settings profile. What if this was username/edit? Is there shared layout stuff here? Oh, actually, we could, if we leave the switches there, then we've got some stuff here where, let's look at our, so the host and renter do not have images. They also don't have username or name. We don't have language in here. Or works, yeah, we'll get rid of both of those fields. We don't have that. And then with the switch, maybe, yeah, see, they kind of missed something on this design because we have a bio for both the host and the renter. So if you're not a renter yet, we'll have a little button here that says become renter. If you're not a host yet, you have a button become host. And then it'll be replaced with a text box for both of these bio. Renter bio, host bio. Yeah, that makes the most sense. And then, yeah, you've got your password reset. I don't know if we have that yet, but that'll be easy to add, and that's a fine way to do it. Yeah, most of this stuff is I'm pretty sure we'll just delete this. Maybe one day we'll bring that around. Yeah, the photo upload stuff we will not do in the first workshop for sure. Okay, so yeah, so this is a different thing altogether. It wouldn't make any sense to put that under username renter edit. That wouldn't make any sense at all, because there's only one thing you can edit anyway. One thing this doesn't have is other user info, like the contact info. So this should definitely have the contact info on it. So that's probably, we'll include some of that. Yeah. Okay, so coming back to this. I think we could if you're not a host or not a renter, we still could have a profile image. We can still have this name and join date and message. On the right side, we just say this user's not a host or a renter yet. And then or maybe on the right side it just doesn't say anything, and we just have a little thing down here that says not a host or a renter yet. We could maybe have verified info. I don't know. Okay, it's break time. I'm going to take a break. I'll see you in a bit. Okay. I think I'm okay with I think I'm okay with the parent just having this switch. Yeah, that's what we'll do. The parent just has the switch. And if the user's not a host or a renter, the index will just have their picture, their name, whatever, and a little thing that says this person's not a host or renter yet. And so the switch will be disabled or something. Yeah, I think that'll make sense the most. And an edit button, edit profile button if you're logged in as that user. So edit host profile, or yeah, and this will just say edit profile in general. Or maybe, you know what, I'm kind of thinking we move this to up here probably. I don't know, we'll see. Because edit host profile and edit renter profile is the same thing. So maybe it'll just, yeah, maybe it's fine. It's just edit profile. And it shows up on both of them. Yeah, okay. So I feel pretty good about that. And we just say like, you know, this is how we're using nested routing here. I can show examples of nested routing in other parts of the app, but the exercise we're doing is the parent literally just renders host and renter links, and that's it. I mean, we technically are nested in the root as well. Like we do have nesting already going on. So I can talk about that too. Okay. So here we're going to select, let's open that up again. ID true, because we probably are going to need the ID. I don't know, we might not. And the image ID true. Let's see. Yeah, all this stuff. Contact info we do not need. Yeah, and chats, I think we just link over to the chats. Yeah. Okay, so if we're a host and we're landing on the main page, we'll go to the hosts. If we're a renter, we're landing on the main page, we'll go to the renter. Otherwise, we'll have explore or remix component. This is our username index. And this will have a div. See, I'm designing this one myself. Yikes. Because I'm not going to wait for them to have anything. Yeah, this is, let's just do that for now. Do this as well, because it can be handy. Okay, and then username, this page, oh, right, let's see, do we have a logout anywhere? Oh, that must be in the drop-down thing in the top. That makes the most sense. Yeah, it's not here, but it should be. Yeah, so that's how we'll log out. So we don't need to worry about a logout button in here. I messed something up, whatever. Yeah, literally all we need on this page is the tabs and, yeah, I think we are going to do the tabs, but we're going to do them differently. And in fact, fun fact, what? Really? Oh, geez. Script kit? is amazing, but it sometimes has problems. Starting up, and it looks like it started. Applying update. Oh, good grief. Wake up. You're making it hard for me to open up apps. Okay, open script kit. Here we go. Open project. And we're opening KCD shop because we have tabs that are using radix tabs, and that's what we want to use. Come on. There we go. Right. Okay, we're going to get branch nx, get add, work in progress. And we'll push and get check out that, and get pull, and install. NX requires an outrageous amount of config. It's super powerful, and I'm pretty sure I could really benefit from it in this repo here, but man, does it require a lot of work to wire things up. I would really like a visual editor for that config or something. I don't know. That'd be really nice. Okay, so we've got radix, UI tabs, React tabs. There we go. There you are. Okay, so we got our tabs. We're going to get rid of reach tabs. And probably need to install this. I don't think we've got that installed yet. Okay, cool. So now we've got our tabs. We're going to have our tabs. And yeah, yada, yada, yada. So we've got our tabs root. For us, we don't care about much of this. Yeah, okay. Last match. Rentered. Yep, that all works. Right. Okay, so we don't go with tab indexes. We go with tab value. If we're on the host tab, host. Renter tab, renter. Otherwise, what should we call this? None. Okay, and then on value change, handle tab change. In here, we just get a value. Value, string, value. There we go. That's it. That's actually crazy easy. That's nice. In fact, there it is. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, and then we've got our tabs list. Yeah, we don't know what the styles are going to be yet. Just get this working. Yep, and then tabs trigger. Let's just do this. Don't need the key yet. I don't know if we're going to iterate. We probably won't. The value is host. Whoa. Yeah, see, I actually didn't build the tabs on the KCD shop. So yeah, that's interesting. I'm guessing this is in our Tailwind config. Yo, what is, oh, that's interesting. think that was temporary stuff probably. Oh, Tailwind Radix. Huh. Well, that's fancy. Good grief. That's cool. Let's just bring that sucker in. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh my word. How cool is that? Good stuff. Okay, cool. So we're probably going to need CLSX at some point. I'm not sure why it was in there, but okay. With param. That's a handy little utility. Actually, we don't care about params. Yeah, we're not doing params. This will link to host. Yep. And then we've got our tabs content. Renter. And host. And then none. Kind of makes me wonder if we even need the tabs content thing at all. We just render the outlet. I wonder. We're going to start with that, actually. What happens if I don't render tabs content? All right, let's see. Oh, right. App, util, vendor, CSS, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, this will go away eventually entirely once we get rid of reach. Sorry, Ryan. I like reach, but remix is your baby. Reach is what? Okay, Brave just crashed. Okay. Cached something, maybe. I don't know. Cool. These are prefetching. You see the logs are going like, oh, they're trying to get stuff. Okay, cool. So, and that's yo, and that's user. So yeah, the outlet thing is working. I go to host, I go to renter, but Cody's not a host or a renter yet. I thought though, yeah, here right now, it should actually, oh, this user's not a host yet. Okay, yeah, so that is showing up. Okay, good. So it does work. Woo! There's no way to get to their non-host or renter profile unless you navigate there directly and they just don't have one. We will, throughout the app, link specifically to their host or their renter profile. So really the only way you could land on this is if you like navigate there yourself. And yeah, then we go to host. That's fine. So let's see. What if we navigate to the host, but you're not a host yet? Should we redirect you to their renter profile? That wouldn't make any sense. Would we redirect you to their primary profile? Probably wouldn't make sense either. I think a lot of my problems are coming from the fact that I decided that I wanted to make it so that a user could just exist and not have a host or renter profile yet. And maybe just when we create a user, we also create their host and renter data. So onboarding, create user. This create user should probably just say host create and renter create. So yeah, we just don't have that situation at all. See, I don't know though. Maybe I want to sign up, but I don't want to be a host. Yeah, we're not going to do that. Because that also means that we don't get to do the index. And I want to teach the index. So, okay. So let's just get this switch built out. Where is that switch? There you are. Okay. Where is... Yeah, so pretty sure we don't need the tabs content. We just always render an outlet. That's actually great. What if instead of tabs... So the thing I like about the tabs is that like keyboard is great. It goes back and forth between those two. But this is not really a situation where that actually matters. Like, I think it actually makes more sense to tab, 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 and then you tab on these, and these are just links. Yep, we're getting rid of the tabs. We're not doing tabs. All right, no tabs. No tabs for you. Just doesn't really make sense in this context. So, yep, get rid of all that. Get rid of all that. And that, and that. Okay. This all still does make sense. I don't think we need an ID here. Also, it's the same ID. I don't know how that got there. So we're gonna put these in a div together. This is gonna be rounded full and justify around, I think. Well, no. Justify between and of course flex, border and border gray 500, something like that. We'll just do this for now. Still need to go through and fix all these hard-coded values. Okay, the height. Come on, you're not going to give me the height? Good grief. 36. 9. So H9. And then, of course, we also need this in a container. And then this needs to be can I just do text right? Nope. There we go. That's probably what we want to do. Hold on a second. If there's a Tailwind radix, is there a Tailwind React router? That would be sweet. Probably not. But the nav link is definitely what I'm trying to style. Yeah, so just, okay, fine. Okay, so we want these to be nav links. And then the class name for both of these. And what was that? Is active. There's also an is pending, which could be useful at some point. Yeah, okay, so if it's active, forget that. Let's just do, well, no. Yeah. Okay, and if it's active, actually, I think I got this mixed up. If it's not active, then it's white. If it is active, then it's black, because it also is going to be BG white. And if it's active, BG black, except it's not black. It's like fancy special color that I will grab right here. Okay, and then we need to give these things padding as well. So padding, let's see. $12 on top and bottom, and 56-ish on left and right. I always forget. So 12, py is going to be 3. Px is going to be 56 divided by 4, 14. I should like try and figure that out so I can remember it better. Also, if it's active, then we want it rounded full. Okay, starting to look a little bit better. That looks kind of funny. I think we can get rid of that height. And also this text right, I think we can get rid of that too. Neat. Okay, so that's working. We're not getting the left-right stuff that we had before, but nobody would use that feature anyway. That's not even a feature. It'd be a really confusing thing. Okay, so I'm confused a little bit by the fact that this, when it's focused, is chopped off like that. That's weird. Also, why that looks like it the way it does. Why the heck? Oh, it's because we've got rounded on two things, probably. No. Yeah, it's the background. Oh, I think I know. I think we want this to be rounded full on this all the time. Cool. Is that right? Hold on. I think I messed something up. Because that has not got the background. We definitely want the background. Huh. I can see stars. Interesting. Oh, I know, because it's the padding. Wait, what? Really? Hold on. Oh, it just like barely is showing up. Okay, well. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. That's no big deal. You know what, though? That does bother me a little bit. So what we'll do is just add the background to this. That'll fix that. Cool. So no, that will never happen again. And in fact, that means we could probably get rid of it from this. Well, forget it. We'll leave it there. It's fine. Okay, cool. It looks like this is narrower, so I think maybe see, that height is 35 pixels. This is 48. So is it maybe the text size? What? Am I just not seeing this? Where the heck is the font size? That's so strange. This is not a text thing. They drew it, I guess, or something. I don't know. That's weird. Okay, well, that looks to be about the same size as this. That's a font size of 16. I think that's the normal size. I'm seeing a line height there that is probably what's going on. Yeah, there we go. So I just need to set the, what's it called? Tracking tight normal. Okay, normal is not what we want. Oh, that's, oh, letter spacing. No, not tracking. Line height. I can't remember what line height is. Oh, there it is. Leading, that's what it is. And we want 1, I guess. Leading 1. Okay, maybe leading 1 is not what we want. None. There we go. We don't want any leading. Make it nice and tight, and that gives us 40, which is close enough to the 36 this is, I guess. Can we do negative leading? Ah, there we go. Even tighter. Sweet. Leading 3. Perfect. Okay, and this whole thing has a width of 288. This is a lot more, that's what I thought. So I think their px should be 10. Whoopsies. 2, yeah, okay, that not quite enough. Yeah, okay, cool. That's good enough. Boom. Beautiful. All right, so as far as position on the page, get rid of that. So this is in a container, so it is what it is. We need a height from the top of the page. What's interesting is that this renders here, but then the outlet, which is all this stuff, needs to render negative. So that's just a styling concern. That's not actually that big of a deal. We'll just have it have a negative margin. That'll be fine. So let's measure from here to there. It's 149. That's like 37. Probably just have a margin top of 36. Cool. Then we go here. And what we'll do with this now is we can get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Yeah, what do we even need from this page? Nothing. It's a pretty simple page, just renders the links. We do want to know whether or not, no, we don't care actually. If we end up, yeah, just delete all that. So if we're on the index page, then we need to like disable these or something. There's no way to disable a link tag, is there? There's just ARIA disabled. Interesting. We could just not render this at all. Okay, so that brings up an interesting point. If we don't render this, then what purpose does this parent serve for the index route? Not really anything other than, I guess, the container class and stuff. Yeah. I think we can disable it. I think we can No. I think it makes more sense to not render it at all. So we'll say on index page null. Otherwise, we can render that. There, and it's gone. Okay, cool. So then, yeah, let's get the index page going. Okay, so this will be in some ways similar to just this section. So we'll have a image source get user image source data user dot image ID. Okay. I need to figure out something else for the images. I am not thrilled with my current solution. There are some things I like about it a lot, and other things I do not like about it one bit. But I can't get stopped right now. We've got to just plow ahead with what we've got, and that'll be fine. You know, it occurs to me, I should have built a product that I can sell and then just taught based on that. Then I can like make money on the product. Oh well. Man, I really should have done that. But then I'd be distracted by the product, so I don't know. Okay, I've got to leave here. So break time is technically in 40 seconds, but I've got to leave in like 10 minutes. So I'm going to give myself 10 more minutes. And then we'll be done probably for the day. Yeah. Okay, so we've got this. We are going to do class name, height 200, width 200. Okay, actually I want, let's see, fit image in HTML or CSS image fit without cropping. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, cool. Object cover. That's what I thought. Okay, good. And then we'll have, they're using an H1, aren't they? H3, huh? Is this the H1? I have no idea. I can't click on it. I don't know why. I don't think it makes sense to be an H3. H1 makes more sense. Data user name. Why did I make it so that the user's name is optional? I don't know. But we can actually do data user username. That is not optional. Okay, and then this is going to be, let's look at our text size here. Font size 40. And then text bold or font bold. Okay, cool. And then we've got their created at date, so joined data user joined display. We're gonna grab that. Yeah, we'll figure out something there. I think this is my gray 500 that I've been using. Okay. Well, that didn't quite work out the way I expected. Oh, right. And yeah, rounded full. Ooh. We should have a background so that people can do their own transparent images, but we just stick a cool background for them. That would be fun. Okay, neat. So let's get rid of this. And here we need to give us some space in the bottom. So we're going to say margin bottom 48. Okay, and then we say with a text extra small, this user is not a does not have a renter or host profile yet. Okay, and then if you are this user, why don't we do this? This will be logged in user, use user, optional user. Actually, create your host and renter profiles. Settings, settings profile. Okay, cool. And now if I go log in as Cody, and then I go to my profile page, there I am. Okay, and we will do the same thing that we do here as far as this button is concerned. We need to make a button component, I think. A link button and a button link. Sometimes you need a button that looks like a link. Sometimes you need a link that looks like a button. And in this case, this is a link that looks like a button. Okay, so we've got text white and border rounded full. Border is and we've got some padding going on here too. 20 by 40. We got that thing, so it's 40. Okay, so py is 5 and px is 10. I think that will do it. Create your profile. And this is why we do spacers. Spacer size. We want 4xs. Okay, cool. And then I go to my settings. Ta-da! All right, that is it for probably for today. Add user or start user profile design implementation. There we go. We're gonna commit that, push that up. off we go. I gotta go. Hope you all have a wonderful evening. I might stream some more, but I probably won't. We'll just have to see. I may stream like in the evening. I don't know. We're starting to get down to the wire. I need to get this stuff implemented like fast. So we'll see. See you soon. Eventually. Later.